Hey everyone, I'm back, and you're probably wondering to yourself, of where's the Sentai film? Well, don't worry, I already finished the dragon, and I already finished the characters, and I already got the clay for the trees, so we're gonna get there soon. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, of why do I have all my NECA figures? You can see I have the NECA 2014 Godzilla. I have the 2001 Godzilla Mothra King Ghidorah Giant Monsters All Out Attack versions of Godzilla, the regular and the Atomic Breath version. I use those for my Myths of the Land of the Rising Sun film, the Amukare. If you guys liked it, I hope you really loved it because I wanted to make like a connection between the yokai and Godzilla because both of those things are both of those things are basically the embodiment of popularity of Japan, along with anime, for example. Sorry, my camera's going out of focus. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, I have my 1954 Godzilla in the middle, and I have my oh, thank you, Marco. I really appreciate it. And I have my Bat Gremlin with me. Apparently, the arm is loose. That arm right there, it keeps falling off. But I'm gonna have to call NECA to see if they can fix that. I don't know. And here is something I made, and I know I don't want to spoil it for you, but this guy actually appeared in a Varaho video, and I left a link and I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below. It is called this guy is actually originally going to be Rodan. Yeah, back in 1956 back in 1955 there was originally going to be a film called Bride of Godzilla where don't worry, Marco, you're going to be surprised. Now, I don't want to spoil it. Now, this thing was actually made out of feathers and stuff, and I already used a dinosaur and a beast of the Mesozoic tail for the bed, and I used a real peacock tail too. And this guy was originally going to be going to be Rodan, but Toho decided to scratch that and make it come on. This guy was originally going to be Rodan. Unfortunately, they had to scrap that and give him the classic Pteranodon look. And as you can see, his mouth is not painted in yet, and his eye is missing. But don't worry, he will be done soon. He's going to be in Kaiju Rampage, Brothers of the Armageddon. Now, Varaho, actually, the guy who animated, he made a film called The Island of Unmade Godzilla Films. It's basically about Godzilla, Anguirus, and Rodan going on an island of unmade kaijus that were forbidden to leave the island. And I actually left the link in the description. If you guys want to check it out, I highly recommend watching it. Now, my friend Marco Breco, or Mario Marco, if you guys want to check out his YouTube channel, I left the link in the description. Also, he made a YouTube video that I visited his house, so you guys should check it out. Now, what's under the towel? Well, a cute dramatic pause, and going to lift my camera up for a minute and then show you the reveal and pause for dramatic effect. Behold! That was not what I wanted to do. That's right, I got it. 2019 NECA Godzilla King of the Monsters Rodan, or Radon as he's called in Japan. Oh, hey, good for you. Good for you. This is the NECA 2019 Rodan, and as you can see, it even has the description here. Let me take a look at this. It might be hard to see because the camera's freaking glitching out right now. Okay, it says here, following the global success of Godzilla and Kong, Skull Island comes the next chapter of Warner Brothers and Legendary Pictures. The cinematic MonsterVerse, an epic venture that pits Godzilla against the most popular monsters in the most popular monsters in pop culture history, the heroic efforts of the. In a minute. Sorry, that's just. Give me a minute. Sorry, that's just my. You can unpause it if you want. And sorry, that was just my mom. Now, efforts of the cryptozoology Now, don't I? Okay, I know I ruined it, but hey, also Bolt Matrix also had a little thing when he was reviewing a toy review. I left the link in the description. You want to check that out. Now, Agency of Monarch, as its members face off against a battery of god-sized monsters. Man, oh my gosh, what's wrong with this camera? Um, Sized monsters, including the mighty Godzilla, who collides with Mothra and Rodan, and his ultimate nemesis, the three-headed King Ghidorah, which NECA did not make. Piss off. And when these ancient super species, when fought to more myths, rise again, thought to be mere myths, rise again, they will all vie for supremacy, leaving humanity's very existence hanging in the balance. So there you go. Now before we take a look at the creature inside, we'll take a look at the packaging first. Now, the packaging looks downright beautiful. It is phenomenal. I mean, I know you can't keep this, but don't worry, man. Okay, Mason Day, if you're listening, don't worry. I will do videos of mythical creatures. Now, these characters. Now, Rodan looks fantastic, and apparently apparently Michael Dougherty even posted the posters online, and if you want to check them out, they're fantastic. And this poster is iconic. Now, the one thing I find very interesting is that Rodan was originally going to have feathers. Apparently, he was supposed to look like a giant prehistoric bird. That kind of pissed off the fans, but Michael Dougherty understood them, so they decided to go with the classic Pteranodon look, just like what they did to the Archaeopteryx Rodan. Now, let's take a look at the close-up shot of Rodan's face. Now, from here, he kind of looks like a Skeksis. Not to lie. Oh, and speaking of Skeksis, Netflix is making a brand new Dark Crystal series. You should check it out. It's a dime. I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. In a minute. Okay. I'll be up in a minute. Yeah, they're Mason Day. They're actually releasing a series on a Dark Crystal series on Netflix. And here is Godzilla now in the movie. And I'm sorry for the spoilers. There was a scene where a pilot flies out of the plane when Rodan is chasing him, and then when he flies out, Rodan chomps and eats him. That's hilarious. Which I guess it's supposed to be a parody of the giant claw, and a reference to the giant claw. Oh, and speaking of that, the guy who's piloting it was actually the director. I'm pretty sure it was Michael Dougherty. You know, Michael Dougherty loved Rodan, and now he's eaten by his favorite monster. Hilarious. So yeah, as you can see, there's a plane at the bottom here. Looks amazing. And here's the lava streak right there. It's fantastic. I also love these at the bottom. And here is Rodan at the front. And if you look at the side, it even shows the articulated wings, the included display. Yeah, I know. On Yokai on Nintendo Switch. I did not know that. And includes a display beam with the sting. So don't worry, I'm gonna get Mothra soon. So don't you worry. I wanted to make Mothra myself out of the armature wires and the bottle caps and stuff. But I can't, cause to be honest, okay. This is for you guys, but I am scared of butterfly spots wing spots that look like eyes. I blame the episode of SpongeBob for that, because I know that wasn't a butterfly at the toy shop, but if you look, I'm telling you the truth, that is just disturbing. I mean, using an actual footage of an insect for the close-up shot, that would give children nightmares. So here's the bottom, NECA, as you can see, real toys, and here is the And here is this, and made in China. That's nice. Also, keep out of reach of children of 3. Yeah, that's good. And here is the back. As you can see, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Here is the Toho logo for the first time on a toy. That's awesome. On a NECA toy. That's amazing. Well, I mean, they already did that, but you know. And here is the Legendary Pictures logo, and here are all the kaijus that were made, except for Ghidorah. Why wasn't Ghidorah made by NECA? You have a problem? Ah! Never mind. Anyway, here is the close-up shot of the figure, and here is the top, and here is Godzilla right here, and warning, choking hazard. And warning, choking hazard. Oh, there's going to be a game version of the Dark Crystal on Nintendo Switch? That's awesome! Okay, but without a further ado, let's get away from the packaging and look at the finished product. Yeah! Here it is! And this is it! As you can see, there is the display right here. Really awesome. Now the one thing that pissed me off is that there was a second head. Now, this is the open mouth head, look right here. And it is really, really, really disappointing, but hey, I'm not mad. And here is a picture of the figure, really impressive. But why are we talking about it? Let's get it out of the frickin' box already. Okay, just gotta be very careful. Dang it! Well, accidents happen. No need to freak out. Believe it or not, when I first got this figure, I was geeking out. I'm not joking. Also, I was watching an episode of The Simpsons where you know that comic book guy, that comic book seller guy was hanging out with a Japanese girl. She's very nice, and she also, but her father disagrees on that notion because she thought it was. But then all of a sudden, at the end, okay, you should watch the episode, and there's a whole bunch of Studio Ghibli Hayao Miyazaki references in that episode. There was Howl's Moving Castle, there was Spirited Away, there was Kiki's Delivery Service, and Princess Mononoke. That one was my first Hayao Miyazaki film I watched. There was My Neighbor Totoro. There was everything. You should check it out. There was also the 3 bullies as Haku, which kind of looks like a combination of Yamato no Orochi, King Ghidorah, and, well, Haku in the mix. And here he is. There it is. Now to get him out of the wire and get him free because I want this Fire Demon out of the damn thing. Ha! Okay, you gotta be very careful. This thing could be very fragile. And here he is, directly into my hands. Now, I found it very disappointing that he is super duper tiny. I'm not joking. He could fit in the palm of my hand. But I actually really like this. I mean, sure, he looks kind of small, but hey, I'm not mad. I mean, he looks pretty cool. I like him. I really do. Now, he also has a second head. Come on. Dang it. Come on. Get out of there. Oh, shoot. Gotta fix the horns here. Now, here is the open mouth head. And I don't know if my camera can catch it, but this looks beautiful. I mean, I have to admit, it looks fantastic. I don't know if you can see it very closely, but I'm going to see if I can enhance the resolution. Dang it, come on. Dang it. Now, this guy, I'm afraid... Now, this guy only has one head. Now, you can pop up this head, but you have to be very careful with it because it's very fragile. Put it inside. And there we go. Oh, come on. Dang it. Okay, there we go. There we go. That looks great. Now, I have to admit, this figure looks fantastic. Beautiful, to say the least. I mean, it's not sure it's articulated, but it has a very delicate plastic and some sort of thing. I also love the detail on the wings. So if you look very closely, it has a lava like flow to it. That in my eyes is beautiful, absolutely phenomenal. No wonder this guy is nicknamed the Fire Demon. And although this guy is barely articulated, his wings are extremely articulated too. So I'll give them that. It's fantastic. It's phenomenal, to say the least. And now the only articulation you got from this guy is this in and out. Very good. Now they're just in and out too. The wings can swivel back and forth, but you have to be very careful because I think the plastic is not very good on this one. Yes, and it looks really beautiful, to say the least. And just you can also do it on. Oh my gosh, you can also do it on this side too. Very careful. And here is the now the legs, on the other hand, are very similar to the Bat Gremlin legs, except these parts here do not articulate. They just stand there, which is, I'll have to admit, is okay. It's okay. And this is now the wings are the same thing, and the neck is on a ball joint. And basically, yeah, that's basically it. So, and the head, as you can see, is on a ball joint too. And yeah, that's basically pretty much it. That's all you can get from this figure. Which I'm not mad. I'm not mad. This thing is a beautiful piece of art, and I will never let it out of my sight. So let's take a look at the Outpost 56. Dang it, the head dropped. Hang on a second. I'll just leave it on the side, like there you go. And here is the. Okay, here is the stand for Rodan, and I think you're supposed to hold him up like this. Yeah, that's basically how you do it. I actually think I did it. And here is the explosion. The lava-esque explosion you have to put on the figure. And let's take a look at, like I said, the Outpost 56. Now, in the movie, and I'm sorry for spoiling this to you, Outpost 56 is the name of the outpost in Isla del Mara, I think that was it called, and it was named the Devil's Nest. Fitting name, accurate name. Now you just gotta place it in. Wait, is there a shape on this thing? And wait, hang on. I gotta be careful. I don't want to ruin this thing. You just gotta put the explosion on here like so. There we go. I have to admit, the detail on... Now, fun fact. Outpost 56 was the name given the fact of Rodan. Outpost 56 was the name of was named after the movie 1956, the movie the year that Rodan was released, and that in my books is awesome. Michael Dougherty, you are a freaking genius. Ow! Ooh, I gotta be careful with this thing. I don't want to ruin it. Okay, there we go. Gotta be careful with the stand. My uncle told me to be very careful with this. Just gotta take a look at the box or something. Just gotta be very... take a look at if it looks like in the instructions. Okay. Let's see. I think I'll take with the Weisenheimer. You know what's interesting? Now, this thing had a light up... It would be cool if that thing had a light up feature. Too bad it doesn't. Oh, wait. Maybe it does. Now, let's take a look at the figure itself and stand him up like this. And there we go! Yeah! Look at that! That's epic! Badass, too! I like it! I really love it! That is bronze material right there. Okay. Now I'm gonna put the head back on because why not? And Okay, I don't want to break this thing. This thing is very delicate. I'm worried I'm gonna snap it. I don't want it to snap on me because if I did, I'd be terrified if I break this thing. I bet my uncle spent a lot of money on this. Okay, there we go. This is the NECA Rodan in full display. And I'll be honest with you, it's beautiful. It's frickin' beautiful. Call me crazy, but if I get Mothra, that guy would be perfectly accurate in size, I guess. Well, I mean, when I say that, I mean, the one thing I found disappointing is that this thing is very, very, very small. I mean, this thing is tiny compared to Rodan. For size comparison, here is my Archeon, or unmade Rodan Kaiju, next to him. And I'll be honest with you, he is super tiny. Look at him, he's so small. I mean, I guess I can use this for distance shots when he flies through the air. When he flies through the air like this. No, wait, when he flies through the air like this. Did you get that? Okay, moving on. Next up is the Bat Gremlin next to Rodan, and to be honest, I was very, very disappointed because I thought Rodan was going to be the same size as the Bat Gremlin, because I thought maybe it would be perfect to square up the size to my 2014 Godzilla. And I'll be honest with you, this is not. Yeah, it does. It really does look like the Batman symbol. Thanks, Marco. I really appreciate that. Oh, hang on. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah! I did it. I did the Batman symbol. I'm Batman. Marco, are you seeing this? I did it. I made the Batman symbol. Marco, are you texting? Are you texting, Marco? It's the Batman symbol. It's okay. Moving on. Okay, next up we have. Okay, you see what I meant? This is what. Yeah, I told you I would do it. I did the Batman symbol. You're welcome. I'm Batman. You know, funny. Monster Island Buddies actually made. In Monster Island Buddies, actually, the YouTuber actually made it fun, made it make more sense. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Now this is what. Now this is. Oh, thanks, Marco. I really appreciate it. Now this is what I was talking about. The Bat Gremlin's arm keeps falling off, and that's what pisses me off. I mean, this guy is amazing, and I don't want this to be falling apart. I mean, this happened before. Okay. Moving on, we have the 1954 Godzilla with Rodan. And I'll be honest with you, these two actually scale really well with each other. I mean, sure, he's tiny and small, but hey, that's basically the big picture here. It's meant to be. This guy is meant to scale up to these kind of figures. And you know what? I'm okay with this because, to be honest, this is not minus perseverance. Beautiful. Also, like this guy, his hand also pops off. Yeah. And now let's take a look at the Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack 2001 Godzilla. Oh man, that is an extremely long title. And size comparison. Yeah, they basically look in size together. Now, it'd be really cool if yeah, that's basically what Godzilla is. Now, back then, there was, in the Heisei series, they were originally going to make a movie called Godzilla versus Ghost Godzilla, which was meant to be but unfortunately, they switched that title for Godzilla versus Dasutoya. Oh, sorry, let me do it in the Cinemassacre's Monster Madness version. Dasutoya! Yeah, that's basically what it is. Now, instead of now the but believe it or not, the Ghost Godzilla concept still lives on inside this Godzilla. You see, what happened was the ghosts of the people that died during World War II manifested itself around Godzilla, the 1954 Godzilla's bones. So they merge into flesh, becoming becoming the Ghost Godzilla. And that's basically what he is. This is the Ghost Godzilla. And I hate to spoil it to you, but at the end of the movie, the Ghost Godzilla, after Godzilla gets destroyed by the bomb, his heart still remains and it's still beating. So in a way, he's still reviving. Fun fact: this Godzilla was actually this Godzilla the movie that this Godzilla was in was actually directed by the same guy who did the Gamera trilogy. So points for that, I guess. And I'll have to admit, if Rodan was in this movie, he would basically be the god of fire. So Mothra is the god of air, and Mothra would be the god of the sea, goddess of the sea, right? I don't know. If anyone knows, if anyone's seen that movie, please leave the comments what these monsters are supposed to symbolize. This guy would be the god of fire, and basically he would kill Godzilla. And basically protect Japan. Now, let's point this guy off for a second, and let's take, now, the Atomic Breath Godzilla would, yeah, that's basically what Rodan would be. The god of fire. Now, what is Rodan the goddess of in GMK? Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters, All Out Attack. Leave a comment if you know that. Now, again, same size, but I have to admit, that's awesome. And finally, the big boy of the house is the 2014 Godzilla. And this guy is massive considering the least. As you can see, it's the original. Now, the dorsal plates are still in develop, but that's okay. Now, for size comparison, yeah, he's relatively small, but I'm not mad, because I actually, believe it or not, I actually made my version of Rodan, and it's upstairs. Now, I don't want to show it to you guys because I don't want to spoil it, because do you know how I made the Archaeopteryx Rodan? Oh, don't worry, Simba cartoon fan. I will. It's gonna be a Halloween. It's gonna be Simba cartoon fan. If you're listening to this, I'm actually gonna be this new film is gonna be like sad and dramatic, and it's gonna begin with a very sad opening in black and white, and it's gonna be like some sort of a yeah. And it's gonna be like a sort of a combination of a sad basically how the Nuez became to be, and it's gonna be really sad. I just need to get those fake guns from the store Michael's, that arts and crafts store. They're about this big, and they're perfect. Now, if you listen very closely, it sounds like cheap plastic, which, you know what, is okay. I'm not mad at all. It's just that I'm worried that this guy's gonna break soon, but he won't, because apparently I'm only gonna use him when I want to. So let's take a look. Let's put him back on his display and release his mighty roar. Now, for what I can tell, oh dang it! I think you're supposed to do it on this side. Okay, there we go. Now, I think what this guy, dang it! Don't laugh. It's not funny. Did I put it in deep enough? Crap, what is happening to this thing? So there you have it, guys. That is the NECA 2019 Rodan. And Simba cartoon fan, Mason Day, hang on. Yeah, I know. You did an anime. Wait, an anime? Like an animated? Okay, Simba cartoon fan, Mason Day, Advo Gad, Ed Saw. And Sorrow, or I forgot, I don't know how, Gatto Sorrow, I think, Advo, oh, Gatto Sorrow, I think that's how your name is pronounced. And most importantly, Marco, thank you so much for getting, oh, thanks, and I know it's a classic display, but thank you guys so much for getting into, for going in, for watching this live stream. This, believe it or not, it was the most exciting thing ever, and I also want to thank my uncle Ziu Dominic for buying me this. It is so beautiful, and I will never let this thing out of my sights. It is a treasure. That's what it is. This thing is a treasure. A 1956 classic Michael Dougherty treasure. So there you have it, guys. This is meant. Mechagodzilla versus Dragon Zord. Oh, I'm watching that. So there you have it, guys. That is the live stream of it. It is a treasure, and I hope you guys I'm gonna pick up Mothra soon. I hope. I don't know. Maybe I have to make it myself. Who knows? But if you guys are in for it, I hope you guys liked it. Peace and bye bye. Oh, don't worry. Oh, Mason Day, don't worry. Typhon will be coming soon, fighting the Monster Rebels.